All right, well, hey guys, Mike Caudill, brand ambassador for Go RVing, and welcome back to the final afternoon of the 2023 RV dealer open house here in Elkhart, Indiana. And I've made my way over to Thor. If you followed me over the last decade, you know that we have, with the Caudills, had a variety of Thor products. And so I kind of wanted to end with the biggest RV manufacturer of them all, and that is Thor. And so we're going to highlight a series of their brands here this afternoon to close out the 2023 RV dealer open house. And it's been an exciting couple days, and we're really going to go out with a bang with some really cool products. So we're over here in Entegra right now, and if you think about Entegra, you've seen them out on the road, you're probably thinking pretty big Class A's, right? Well, you can see over my shoulder, Class C on the left, but this is one that I'm really excited to talk about. Now, I'm going to make you pan up top. This year has kind of been an interesting year at the RV open house. It's the year of the pop top. Yesterday we saw the Westphalia, which is where it all started for me with the Volkswagen Westphalia. Now we've moved into iconic look of an Entegra with the luxury, the design, the performance. But this one is all about off-road. Corey Weatherton, good to see you again.
Thank you.
Last year I was with him talking about product. This year I'm back talking with him about product. And he's the senior product designer, senior product manager.
You're really close.
All of it.
All of
he
that.
gets the job of all of the gas for A, B, and C. So Class A, B, and C, he gets to do them all. And he has one of the best jobs. But this is awesome. I want you to tell me about the all-new Condor.
Yeah, so the all-new Condor, it's on a great chassis. It's on the Transit 350 HD. It's all-wheel drive. To go with that all-wheel drive capability, we did put a Van Compass 2.0 lift on it. Along with that, not only to get better ground clearance, we added Hellwig helper springs on the rear. We replaced the Ford stabilizer bar with a heavy-duty stabilizer bar. So it's a great chassis. It's all-wheel drive. We just wanted to enhance the ride and handling of that. So that was first and foremost. This unit, we envisioned the folks who are going off-grid, the boondockers, the ones who are going out to BLM land, and just want to get away from people. Yes, you will see these in campgrounds, but this is more for the hermits that want to get away.
And let's talk about that for a minute, right? So when we think about going off-road, boondocking, overlanding, you just mentioned a variety of different performance upgrades that a lot of others might not be using or doing to make sure that your off-road experience is the best. So let's start with all-wheel drive, right? Getting off-road obviously requires all-wheel drive. But those helper springs, I don't want to glance over that because that's really, really important. One, you're carrying more weight. Two, you need to make sure that your torsional rigidity, which we were talking about yesterday, torsional rigidity is with center mass, being able to shift it from left to right. You're able to tighten it up, and that is better for off-roading, and you've done that with those helper springs. Then add in that 2-inch lift, right? We're talking about ground clearance. It's not just about fire roads with this. It's about some real overlanding, and you can do it with this, right?
Yes, you can. Yeah, and so a lot of manufacturers are building on this chassis. We were building a B-Van on a very similar chassis, Transit chassis. But in looking at what customers were doing right out of the gate on this chassis, they were doing a lot of this stuff on their own. We added all-wheel, all-terrain tires as well, simply because customers were doing that. And so we figure from the OE, we can do it more cost-effective than what the retail customer can. The retail customer was demanding it, so we did it right out of the gate.
And I think what's interesting is that a lot of these Class Bs that are set up for, I'm just going to say, for off-roading, not overlanding. This is overlanding. For off-roading, front-wheel drive on the ProMaster, right? Mercedes has, optional drive systems, but this is all-wheel drive, and it is built on the Ford Transit chassis, which is one of the most dependable and sought-after chassis in the market. So I want to back away for a minute, but Corey and I are going to back up. We're going to just look at this. We're going to talk to you guys while you go in with the camera and take a closer look. I want to talk about the exterior design for a minute. So you've taken the chassis and you've created an exterior. Talk about how you've created the Condor exterior for this chassis.
Yeah, so the overall experience, the folks who are buying this, they want to get in non-traditional RV areas, and so in the same way they want a non-traditional looking RV. So we could have designed this just like one of our traditional Class C's, make it look like a motorhome. Intentionally, our goal was to make it look different, and so as a result, you do see aluminum around the whole box of the unit. That will add some protection if somebody's driving near a limb or a branch. We do have the dual pane windows in it. That's going to provide some extra thermal insulation. And in talking on insulation, these are 2-inch thick walls. So these are thicker than our traditional Class C's.
Oh yeah,
so 2-inch thick.
carries through from the door into
sure.
the wall.
Yep, a lot of insulation there.
Come look at this right here. So look at the thickness, right? So when you think about off-roading, that insulation is so important, right? For hot and for cold. Keep the heat off, keep the heat in. So you have that with the insulation with your LP attachment here. Yep. What do we got back here?
Back here, you've got a cave. It is a massive
Holy
pass-through
smokes.
storage.
Yeah.
We got molly panels on it. We've got L-tracks on the floor. That way you can put fork mounts for bikes in there.
Come in the side. You have so much functionality, and you can tell by the diamond plating on the bottom that it's meant to keep mildew out. It's meant to keep it nice and protected on the inside.
Yep, this is a prototype for us, so you do see a traditional wallboard lining this. We are going to change that to fiberglass so that somebody can hang their wet clothes back there.
And something that you see only in overlanding. You never see it on a traditional RV. You see an awning come out on this side, but you've integrated an awning to the back as well, which is the total overlanding experience.
It is. You never know if you're going to be backing up to a lake, backing up to a canyon, and so as a result, this is an option for a customer. It's not standard. Overlanding experience, this is optioned with the Starlink. Starlink is absolutely incredible. You can be out in the sticks and you can have incredible Wi-Fi.
I have Starlink. I went into a place in an actual campground and had no Wi-Fi or internet connectivity. We were on the road for 27 days, and it was horrible. It was like, I just need to get in touch with work. For sure. And I ended up having one sent to us on the road, and immediately it was like the world opened up. Did not matter where I was at. I want to point out a couple other things as well. We've got a trailer hitch on the back, tow hitch on the back. Talk about trailering.
Yep, so your GVW on this is 11,000 pounds. Your GC is 15,000 pounds. And so with that, you've got 4,000 pounds tow capacity with this. We do have both a 7-way and a 4-way plug there. And so it can tow. Now, it's not going to do an SUV, but it'll easily do a car if somebody wants. Somebody can pull their side-by-side behind it. This is really the adventure unit, so the sky's the limit on what it'll tow.
I'm thinking an adventure bike would be my choice behind this. All right, so this is something Corey was pointing out as well. You've got this reinforcement on the side. When you're out there, you hit brush. You want to make sure that this is an entire encapsulated square, right? And that provides that rigidity that we were talking about at the beginning.
For sure.
Before I go inside, I've been enjoying talking about all the manufacturers that are coming out with dark colored wheels. We always talk about this. For me, it's got to look performance and sporty on the outside, but for Mama, it's got to be functional on the inside. Before we do jump in, I see your partnership with Dometic here. You got a mini fridge, you've got your stovetop. Let's talk about what's happening right here.
Yeah, so this is an option on this unit. This exterior kitchen, somebody can option if they would like to. If they choose not to, it'll be a storage compartment. The great thing about this unit, and this was very intentional, speaking about just being out in nowhere land, is that you saw the propane bottle in there, a 20-pound bottle. It's a gas grill size. You can change it out at your local convenience store. But the great thing about this unit, the only thing that is run off of propane is going to be your kitchen, or down below your LP tank, we have the quick connect for a grill. Other than that...
Oh, yeah, I missed that earlier.
Yep,
right there.
Other than that, this unit uses 0 propane, and that's intentional. So our hot water, our furnace, our generator, everything is running off of the chassis. So every time I fill my chassis up, I am refilling fuel for this as a whole. So intentionally just limited it to this. This unit is combined with a 2,800 watt lithium generator and also about 4,000 watt hours of lithium in it as well. So that's going to be able to extend somebody's time out running off of their batteries without having to fire up their generator.
All right. I have purposely, with only a handful of products here, not gone inside because it's the wow factor. And there have been a few that I'm like, I can't recreate that. So I'm going to go inside, and I haven't been able to do it yet. And I'm going to check out the interior. And yeah, this is, oh, look at the bed in the back. Talk about size and functionality. Holy smokes. It doesn't feel like it's going to be big on the inside when you stand outside, Corey, but inside, this thing is awesome. And then you've gone to, are these polycarbonate windows?
They are.
Yeah, so this is this kind of started in Europe, and it allows you to open up these windows. So overlanders, if there's one thing they want, it's they want to have air flowing in their RV at all times. They want access, and that's what you get both on these sides with polycarbonate windows, one on the rear, tons of storage up top. And then what size of bed is this?
This is a 36 by 80, so it converts into a 72 by 80.
So, and then you've got storage up top, storage down below. I'm going to open this up in here. What do we got going on in there, Corey?
Yeah, so you've got a traditional wet bath. We intentionally went with a traditional wet bath because it was a lot more room than what one of our competitors builds. And so, great thing about this, talking about the boondocking, the overlanding, this does have a shower miser on it, so you are not wasting water. You're just truly recirculating that water till it gets hot. Your disc will turn opaque white, you know it's hot, and be able to utilize your shower at that point.
Awesome. Tracy, you and I, we're going to switch spots because we are in an awesome overlanding machine, and it's just going to happen. Am I allowed to have going? I'm going up top. It's going to happen. I got to make sure I get the ultimate experience. That's right. I'm up top now. That's what I'm talking about. This takes me back to being a kid. Plenty enough room up top here with the pop top. Corey, this bed's comfortable. What do I got going on up here? This is not your traditional mattress.
It is not your traditional mattress. No, it is a memory foam mattress, and that pop top is unique. We intentionally chose it because it is almost the size of a queen size bed, and so somebody who's taller, I'm 6'2". There is plenty of room up there for myself, and the traditional pop top that we put on our B vans, a lot of times it feels as though you're crawling into a cave spelunking. We intentionally went with this one because it has more of a treehouse feel, and so kids or adults could be up there. You can get a view from all around you. There's a lot of air circulation, and so we're super excited about this pop top.
I think the way it's designed up top is awesome, and we like to get experiential when we do these videos, so that's what's really cool about up top. Having the Volkswagen Westfalia, your roof line was here, so it was a lot shorter. When you're up top, you're on top of the world when you're sitting up there. Talk about some of the tech on the inside.
Yeah, so we've got two screens here. This is we call this the Firefly system because Firefly is the manufacturer. So this is a whole house control multiplex system. I can be outside, I can have an app on my phone, I can adjust my HVAC in here, lighting, etc. Down below, we are using an AquaHot system, so it is hydronic heating. It does my water and my forced air furnace. The great thing about this is, as I said, it is plumbed to my chassis. AquaHot was the first to come out with this, and so we ran with it just to eliminate those fuel sources. We designed this front living area, as you mentioned, this is relatively small units, 22 feet long. And so the great thing about this is there are 4 seat belts in here. And a lot of times it's, well, what good is there 4 seat belts if I can't sleep 4 or if I can't feed 4? With this table, this is an articulating pedestal table to where with both my seats turned around, I can push it forward, I can turn it sideways, and there can be 4 people eating in here and having breakfast together. So that was a very intentional move we made. It's easy to talk about tech because tech is what most folks are interested in. At the same time, we're doing something different within this coach for those who are wanting to take it into the Southwest where it's hot. With our front cap, traditionally with our front caps, we're just going to put batt insulation in there, but we actually lined the whole front cap with a product called Hush Mat.
Yeah, you can tell it feels very smooth.
Yep. So we did Hush Mat, and then also have the insulation in there as well to quiet the exterior noise, but then also for heat transfer and cool transfer as well. All the TVs in here, if you do option it, it is a smart TV, and so you can stream with that Starlink on top. Absolutely incredible. Awesome. You could be streaming all day long. But the rest of it is going to be something that was big for those who are out and about in the remote places. We have 53 gallons of fresh water, which in a unit this small, I can tell you some of our larger ones don't have 53 gallons of fresh water.
Wow.
But our engineers did an incredible job. Our tanks are all inside. They have utilized about every inch possible in this unit.
I think it's pretty amazing, right? And I mean, we talk about overlanding. And I really appreciate the fact that when we started talking about tech, you've got the right tech features, but you're not over inundating people that want to get off the grid. Correct. They don't need all that additional stuff. And yesterday I was talking to somebody like, if you want to stream something, just stream it from your phone. Mm-hmm. You don't need, so you have the smart TV for relaxing inside, but you have super functionality, ability to get off road. Now, I know it's new here at the show, so I'm not holding you to it. Have you announced consumer pricing yet on this?
We do, and that is something that I don't deal in, but let me do the quick calculations.
It's okay. We can always post it up online for people to take a look at it. Totally fine. We'll push everybody to where we're getting information on this right now, which is the Go RVing social pages, and then our website as well. You'll be able to find that. But of course, go to the Entegra website, go to the Thor website. You can navigate through there. Year 2, always great being a part of what news you have here at the show.
Yeah.
Guys, we have so much more coming at you. We're going to stay here at Thor for the next few hours, bringing you everything new from the show here in Elkhart, Indiana. Stay tuned, guys.